Hey friends, Kevin here, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with those on the road right now, including with what's going on with some friends of mine. But I don't want this whole video to be negative, so we're going to talk about some other unrelated things too that just have to do with vans and what we're going to do and what we all want to do when this thing is over. So let's get to it. Okay, quick update. I have a friend who 2 days ago relocated 6 hours away to go back down to land between the lakes there, which spans Tennessee and Kentucky. Now, if you're a subscriber to this channel, you know that I spent a considerable amount of time down there a month or so ago before the world decided to implode. Beautiful place. I'd been through there a couple of years ago. He relocated 5 or 6 hours to go there where he spent a lot of time before so he could ride this thing out. And land between the lakes, by the way, isn't state. It is federal, national, part of the National Forest Service, maybe, part of national something. Anyway, after everything being hunky-dory yesterday, they decided to kick everybody out today with no warning. And this is what is becoming such a hassle and such a problem, and has been for everybody on the road. And even if you go back a couple of weeks to the very first video I posted when New Mexico was the first state that the state park system decided to do this, I was trying to give some warnings of what was going to come, because when things happen and everything starts falling like dominoes. Whether the other national/federal stuff falls in line and does this, who knows? But it's so sporadic, and the main problem is they're just not giving people any warning. To come in there and go, hey man, you need to get out by 10 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock this evening, that's not enough notice for people who are full-time doing this. It's not enough notice for people who are part-time doing this and have a home to go back to, because their home may be 2,000 miles from where they are at the moment. And if they made what was a realistic decision to try to hunker down and ride this out where they are, that wasn't a bad choice as long as they're alone and can keep away from everybody else. So I think there's just a lot of overreaction going on with the camping community. Now, I'm not saying all of this, everything being done in this country is overreaction. Far from it. I am for most of the things that's being done. As a matter of fact, they're going to be more of those and more enforced as this thing goes on. But some of these politicians have got to start thinking about the campers. So I'd like to know from you what you know of that's going on in your specific area, and give us a general idea of where your specific area is for privacy. I know you don't want to put the exact town and everything you live in, but give us an idea on your little region, your little area of whatever state it is, just so we can all kind of compare notes. Put that down in the comment section, and what's going on there. Have they closed the state parks and kicked everybody out? If there's any national forest, things like that around, have they kicked everybody out? Now, this guy that I know down in Tennessee is part of that system. I haven't heard of them doing that to everything around here. But I know they have some in Virginia. I just don't know if it's all. I know up around Wythe County, which is where 77 and 81 crosses, one campground system up there that was a little free camping area. They put everybody out, and their excuse there was, hey, we've got 30 guys that have pulled in here in motorhomes. We've got one porta potty. We can't support all these people, so we're closing it and kicking everybody out. And there's now 30 motorhomes that have to figure out where to go. The other thing I'd like to know is what's happening at your local Walmart, because I figure that's where a lot of people are having to go. I expect by the time this is over that these campers are going to be stacked on top of each other in Walmart parking lots. It's not happening in my particular area yet, but I figure it has to be happening in some parts of the country. So, again, in the comments, let us know where you are and if you're seeing more RVs than normal at your local Walmart. So we've got that out of the way. It's on to some happier stuff. How are all of you doing, my regular subscribers? Hopefully you're getting through this just fine. Those of you that aren't on the road yet, and those of you that are on the road, hopefully you have found some place to go, even if it's to camp in a friend's yard, you know, relatives' driveway camping, whatever you need to do in order to ride this thing out. But as we talked about in the last video, don't just sit there and let all the negativity just get inside your head and ruin this for you. Because as horrible as things are, as horrible as they may get, it's still an opportunity. It's an opportunity to plan ahead. It's an opportunity to learn new things. Because this will, whenever that happens, become a memory, and the rest of us will be able to go on with our lives. And we will be able to camp and travel and explore and do those things that we want to do. So, whether that's saving up your money for the first van that you want to have, and there's videos on this channel, what to buy, what not to buy, you know, basic little van builds, minivan builds, what have you, all the way up to planning for places you want to go. And as horrible as this is, this should make people think a little bit more about their own personal bucket list. What it is that you want out of life, what it is that you want to do or see while you're still kicking and screaming on this planet Earth. I know it's made me think more about it, and there were several things I had planned coming up that I had not shared with you yet that are going to be delayed slightly, but we'll substitute other things and find other things to do. As for me, I'm just like the rest of you. It's, hunker down, try to be safe. The rural area I'm in is not overrun with this yet. Sometimes that's bad because a lot of people aren't taking this seriously. They seem to be taking it more seriously in the last couple of days than they were before. Think about how you are going to come out of the back end of this thing. What position you want to be in, what you want to be able to do, where you want to be able to go. And let your focus be on that, not on this daily crap and the two sides politically fighting and all the things that we can't control in the short term. Because you can control your own life. You can control what you do with your money. You can control how you're going to come out the other side of this and what your dreams and goals are going to be at that point. And everything that's going on, it may change what your dreams and goals were. Hopefully it won't deter you from wanting to travel. It certainly doesn't deter me from wanting to travel. If I have a chance to get away anywhere, I'm probably going to take it. That may not be a popular answer, but wherever I go, it will be alone, and it will be not very far from where I happen to be. But if it's an opportunity to get up in the woods, even if it's on a friend's property, I'm going to take that for a day here, a day there, because that's all I'm being given right now, just like most of you. So hunker down, stay safe, be smart. We'll have some definite videos coming up. Luckily, I'm finally going to do what I've been promising, having both of these vans in the same town. And if I can get the weather to cooperate, I've had a lot of basically rain the last week, but it will all even out we'll be able to get these things done, do some tours, show how we're doing things in the vans. I have travel videos that aren't up of interesting places you'll want to go to when all of this is over. A lot of good things coming, but I just wanted to give a basic check-in, and I just wanted to remind everyone this. Stay positive. Stay on your course of what you want to do and what you're going to want to do in the future, and you'll get there. We just may not get there as fast as we want to, but we'll get there. Stay safe. I'll see you soon.